Hello, my name's Grace and I'm back with another video. Today it's going to be something purely dance related and purely dance major related, because if you did not know, welcome to my channel. Hi, I'm a dance major. I make reaction videos to mainly K-pop dances and talk about the technicalities of them. And me, I've studied dance for how old am I? 18. I've studied dance for 16 years, and I'm currently enrolled in a college program where I will earn a degree in dance. So, I'm also a double major in international studies, but that doesn't really relate to dance. So today I'm going to be showing you guys what it's like to choreograph your own piece. It's kind of an informal piece that I had to choreograph for one of my classes. So this class is called Dance Technique and Performance, and it's the second level of Dance Technique and Performance. I took the first level my first semester. So now that it's my second semester, I will be, taking the second level. So basically, I received an assignment. The assignment is about discovering your own history and heritage and what your history and heritage mean to you, and then you have to create a solo study or a solo dance that encompasses your history and heritage. So basically my teacher prompted us with two questions. He said, when you hear the word history or heritage, what do you think? And he also asked, how can we use dance to excavate meaning in our understanding of history and heritage? So, to the first question, I responded, when I hear history and heritage, I think about country of origin or traditions passed down through families, the way someone is raised, landmark experiences in someone's life, etc. I know that the country of origin comment may be inaccurate, but that is what I was taught in school that culture is. I'm not personally affected greatly by my family's country of origin, but I know that some other people are. That's also a very melting pot country way of looking at it, seeing as in America, where I'm from, we are used to people's families not being from America. We are a country of immigrants. A lot of people's families have not been in America for a very long time, or if they are, they're still very rooted to their country of origin. Yeah, so that's what I answered to the first question. And the second question was, my answer was, in most cultures, dance started off as social traditions and ceremonies. Maybe by tracing the roots of influences of today's dance, we can understand more about how we dance connects to cultures and histories that we identify with. We can understand that our ancestors practiced dance, but dance has naturally evolved over all these years. By tracing back, we can identify similarities, but also differences due to the dance evolving. So, like I said, dance evolved from traditions and like ceremonies and all that stuff. So, personally, I'm European, so my culture's dance was either peasant dances, like festivity dances for like festivals, like the Harvest Festival and stuff like that. There's actually dance steps and ballet that come from peasant dances. And then court dances, where specifically in France, I think it was one of the Louis in France, he was very into having his courts dance, and basically ballet actually came from court dancing. So that's an example of how, like, tracing back the lineage of influences can connect you to where you come from or a culture that you identify with. Necessarily, just because you're from somewhere doesn't mean you necessarily need to identify with that culture in the traditional sense. So that's what I was thinking of, but I took more my history and heritage in the way of landmark experiences or ways that I grew up personally, as opposed to ways that I am connected to the country of origin, seeing as I'm not necessarily super in tune with my ancestry and all that stuff. So, the rule is that it needs to be under 2 minutes, there's no music, and I need to go deep. So, I decided to make some keywords for my dance and think about those while I'm creating. So, my keywords were matriarchal, tough up, no sympathy, no grandparents, smarter than you look. So, I guess I'll unpack. My family is a very matriarchal family. My father is the only male in my immediate family. So I have a sister, a mother, and one grandparent, my grandmother. And she's the only one that was alive when I was born. So, like I said, no grandparents, that's another thing. I'm also not as close to my grandmother as my sister is. Just for some reasons that I'm not going to get into. Nothing happened between us. There weren't like fights or anything, but it's obvious that my grandmother just feels a closer connection to my sister than she does to me. But all of the females in our family are very strongly opinionated, are very strong women, have gone through a lot. So we're a very matriarchal family. My mom is the main breadwinner, and my dad, he loves to cook. So he works for his own company, and he actually is the one who like cooks for everything, and he cooks delicious food. It's incredible. But my mom is like the stereotypical breadwinner. She goes to work every day and gets the money. Not to say that my dad doesn't, but you know. And then the words toughen up and no sympathy. Even though I was raised in like a matriarchy or whatever, I was very close with my dad, and my dad works in the trades. He's a contractor, so he's very hands-on work, and he would take me to work with him. So I'd be, you know, using power tools. I'd be, you know, fixing up houses with him. I've used a saw on asphalt. I've torn down our pool, our above-ground pool. I did that. Yeah, I did that. Not he, me. I cut the sheet metal and did all that. Yeah, so I was raised kind of like I wasn't protected from traditional male roles. My sister and I, we did work around the house. We fixed things. We went to work with my dad to do traditional male activities. And so I was kind of toughened up. I was taught to toughen up. And the no sympathy sort of thing is, my dad always says this, look in the dictionary and see where you'll find sympathy. And that's something that's been going in his family for his entire life, and it's in my family for my entire life. So, you know, if you're crying over spilt milk or crying over something trivial, they'll tell you, get over it. So, you know, I've been kind of conditioned to toughen up, but sometimes that leads to me feeling kind of small or me feeling kind of defeated. And not taking the time to actually unpack my emotions. So that was kind of what I was imagining when I choreographed. So kind of matriarchy, the toughen up, and you know, that kind of feeling small because of the toughen up, and obviously matriarchy, there can be some feminine, but because you're a powerful woman, there's also that strong feeling. So I'm going to take you like through a sped up version of my process. I was in the room with some friends, and I'll speed up that footage, and then I'll put the final footage of what I just created in like 10 minutes today. So yeah, thanks for being here.